There's a lot of really amazing ways to get to level 70, but there's one way in particular that actually the world's fastest people have been using to get to level 70 within 6 to 7 hours. The starting area will take you about 40 minutes no matter what, but what is the fastest way to get to level 70? And today, that's what we're gonna look at. Now for reference, I personally already have 2 level 70 Death Knights that I've leveled individually, and this is within 24 hours of the launch. And this was even me doing things in the slower way. I thought I was actually leveling as fast as I could, but there's people that have found even faster ways of leveling. Shameless plug, we're on our way towards 30K subscribers on the YouTube channel, and we're also at 1,500 subscribers on the Twitch channel. I did release my UI and week aura guide as well as macros and such, and we're doing a lot of fun things over on the Twitch channel. But if you are a Twitch sub or a YouTube member, you will have access to those exclusive videos. Thank you guys for all of the support. And with that being said, let's dive right in. Now, I know you guys saw the video I talked about yesterday about the Blood Death Knight solo farm strategy for actually leveling up in Blood Furnace all the way up to level 70. This is a very chill and a very solid farm for leveling yourself all the way up to max level. But at maximum efficiency, from what we're seeing, we're getting around 250 to upwards of 380,000 experience per hour. This is extremely solid, and it will get you to max level very quickly, within around 10 to 12 hours if you are doing it consistently. But there are some ways to get you up to max level in around 6 hours. And what that is a warrior farm, a warrior boost. Warriors are absolutely nuts at boosting things. They are so solid at soloing dungeons now, and you can actually boost your characters all the way up or boost other people by getting upwards of 780,000, almost 800,000 experience per hour. This is unmatched by anything else in the game at this level. This is absolutely insane, and there's nothing that even comes close. So this is going to be the new big meta boosting, and we're seeing a lot of people already switch over to doing this, either doing it yourself or having actual friends or guildies or paying people to do it. Boosting is kind of always a controversial topic, but it doesn't matter. It's going to happen. And this is the fastest way to get to level 70. So let's kind of break it down for you guys. So my boy Windy in None of the Above got this down to leveling his DK in about 7 hours all the way up to level 70. And he even took a break eating lunch without actually logging out, so you can go over the time yourself for that. And what it's doing is utilizing the same exact build that we were seeing from the Utgard Keep solo farms for warriors. Warriors were having upwards of almost like 1,000,000 XP per hour for themselves at level 70 and above. This is crazy, but they can actually utilize this to boost people from 60 to 70. And we also, by the way, can lock experience, so we might see boosters absolutely locking their warriors and just doing this and selling boosts. I don't know if Blizzard has made it so that if someone is locked, then the rest of the group doesn't get experience, but this is the build you can see in the background. Pretty much it is your normal arms protection revenge build. Some of the big things you have are Glyph of Cleaving and Glyph of Sweeping Strikes. You're pretty much focused on Cleave and Revenge. Those are your only 2 abilities you really need, as well as obviously Charge and Intercept so you can move quickly. The type of gear you need is actually a lot less ridiculous than you would kind of anticipate. Mostly gear from things like Black Temple and Mount Hyjal. You can see like Khazrogal's Hardened Heart. Also, Brutal Gladiator's Weapon just adds some DPS, but it's mostly mitigation gear. And you're actually going to notice that if you gem into agility, it gives you obviously crit, but it's more about the mitigation than it is about any sort of outward DPS. So you can see all of the red gems are gemmed into agility and hit, or agility in general. So gearing directly towards mitigation and actual avoidance will make it so that you're almost immortal while doing this farm. One thing I would also suggest having is a PvP trinket or FAPS, and we'll get into that in a second. So within the Sethekk Halls farm, there are some mobs that one can curse you, which can be really annoying. So having any sort of ability like a resto pot or anything that can get rid of curses is always nice to have on you. And then in the later sections, you can also get stunned. And if you get stunned in the last room, you'll basically die. You literally can't dodge or parry while stunned. So you do want to make sure you either have your PvP trinket on, or maybe you're using something like a FAP. There are some mobs that drop this totem that actually mind controls you, and it will send all of the mobs to basically reset, but they won't gain full HP back. They'll actually re-aggro on top of you unless the people getting boosted in the group, whoever's getting boosted, is close enough to get in combat with these mobs, in which case you and the rest of the mobs will all just go and clap them and kill them. So make sure that they are staying LOS during at least the earlier sections of this farm. Then again, you're gonna just move through this dungeon as quickly as you can. With as much avoidance as you can see that there's pretty much all misses, dodges, parries, avoidance, and blocks. So you're gonna try to pretty much be immortal and always facing into the mobs. Sometimes you take quite a bit of damage. If you pull a crazy amount with the first boss, that's probably the scariest part of this farm. But other than that, everything else is relatively easy. On top of, again, using your maybe PvP trinket as you move into this last room before the last boss. You can do this farm for about 12 minutes, again, for a full clear, and you can get upwards of 750 to 800k experience per hour. This is like twice the XP per hour of almost anything else in the entire game. So you're gonna level twice as fast as anyone else. This is gonna be phenomenal for boostees and boosters, whatever it is, or if you just have a decently geared warrior, you should be able to run in here and do this yourself. Now, you don't want to kill actually the last boss. You pretty much go all the way up until the last boss, clearing every room until you get to the last boss himself, and then just go back and reset or relog and reset. Now, I'm gonna have a link to this video in the description so you can see it for yourself, but this is absolutely the fastest way to level from 60 to 70. It is a form of boosting, and a lot of times currently it's mostly people boosting themselves on other accounts or boosting other guildmates, but as this gets larger, we're gonna see a lot of people selling these boosts because it will get you up to level 70 so much quicker than anything else, and people are gonna try to take advantage of this Joyous Journeys buff for the extra 50% experience during the pre-patch. Now, if you're wondering about this stupid mustache on my face, or earlier seeing me do the cinnamon challenge, those were all Twitch sub goals. So if you want to see me do other ridiculous things, like I have to live stream myself getting a tattoo now, come hang out on the Twitch channel. And other than that, I'll try to keep you guys posted on everything I think is really important, or everything you need to know, or a ton of other guides. I'm working on the Enhanced Shaman and Marksman Hunter guides for Wrath, so hopefully those will be done soon. So with that being said, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.